Hello. Today I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm going to do a Let's Play, and I'm going to do an ASMR style to it. This game is called Trine, and I think this game is very well suited to the Let's Play ASMR treatment because it's not too fast-paced, and I find the music and sounds of the game to be very relaxing.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a kingdom was prospering. But peace could only last so long. The old king died. With no descendant to the throne, the kingdom fell into chaos. Lust for power blinded warriors and wizards alike. New kings emerged, only to fall the next day. But the madness of men would soon be overshadowed by a far greater evil. The magic that once gave life and good fortune had transformed into something sinister. One by one, grave by grave, the dead began to rise, feeding off the energy that grew stronger with each passing night. Fear spread throughout the kingdom, and it was soon abandoned. On the outskirts of the kingdom, near the Astral Academy, a thief carried out her cunning plan. She had learned of an ancient object of tremendous value. The Astral Academy, left to rot in the face of the terrible enemy, had no one to keep the treasure safe. The time was right.
And it's very pretty, colorful fantasy, which I just think is really cool, and I think is very soothing because it'll just sort of make you feel like you're in another world, and it's just, I think it could be calming to watch somebody play this game. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and if you want to see more content like this, please leave a comment and like and subscribe to my channel. I've done several Let's Plays, but this is my first ASMR Let's Play. For some reason I kept getting stuck there. As you can see, I made a lot of mistakes, and it took me a long time to figure out where to go or how to get there, and so I edited some of that down.
The gentle moon smiled at the thief. She made her way towards the shrine of ancient treasure. Strangely, the protective charms around the shrine allowed her to enter unharmed.
Yeah, doing that. So yes, this is the first character you get, is the thief.
I got it.
I've also been considering doing some more conventional and traditional ASMR style videos. And also, I'm a bit of a writer, so I have different stories that I've been working on that I have been wanting to turn into an ASMR type video or audio anyways. As I've seen some ASMR artists do that, where they have like a narrative and story-driven ASMR audio, and I really enjoy those. I find them very entertaining and fun to watch.
Was the creation of a fake fireball potion that would have impressed the ladies and improved his status. The potion had backfired, causing a fortnight of sleep.
I don't have a fancy 3D microphone, so I'm not able to do the binaural effect, at least not naturally, but I might try and do some editing, see if I can put it in that way, and try and get some different sounds, get some ear-to-ear whispers and triggers. I don't know, I've found that I really like the soft-spoken and deep voice audios the most. I think I like that more than whispering. So hopefully my voice isn't naturally all that deep, but I'm trying to make it as low as I can get it, and hopefully it relaxing. I think the wizard is probably my favorite character in this. Just really like his abilities. You know, he can create boxes and planks, and I think he gets a fireball ability later. I played through this game a long time ago, a while back. I made it close to the end, but then my copy of the game decided it didn't want to work anymore, so wasn't able to get further, which I was really sad about because I really enjoyed this game. But I was able to find a copy of this game again, and so far haven't had any trouble with it. It's a little laggy, and I do apologize. My computer isn't the best quality, so yeah, it's it can't really handle the recording, screen recording for a Let's Play. But so there's a lot of frame rate issues. But I'm hoping to be able to upgrade
a knight had been practicing his own skills
and get a brand new computer soon. Oh, here's the knight. Yes, there's a thief, a wizard, and a knight. And game's chief mechanic has you switching between the three characters, because each of them have different abilities that you'll need in order to solve puzzles. I don't know. I just really like puzzle games. I really enjoy being able to solve a puzzle. Yeah, and I couldn't figure out how to get those jars up there. I don't remember if I got them, or I think I just gave up on them because I was spending a really long time trying to get them, and I couldn't. And the controls a little awkward in this game because it's all based around the mouse, and you have to have the mouse, depending on where your cursor points, depends on the angle of the shield blocking. So if your cursor is not way out in front of the knight, he won't block in front of him. Things like that, or sometimes when you're using the wizard to pick up objects, if you don't position the cursor in just the right way, he won't move the things quite the way you want him to. So there's a little bit of a hassle with that, and sometimes it.
The wizard, the thief, and the knight simply disappeared. Our new heroes were overwhelmed by the effect of the mysterious object. The wizard tried hard to remember everything he'd learned of the shrine and its artifact. His mind raced through ancient tales and legends. Finally, the wizard remembered. The treasure, the ancient object, was a device that could bind souls together. How it worked, he did not know. But he knew that it was connected to the legend of the Guardian, whose earthly remains had been buried in the catacombs deep underneath the Astral Academy. The tomb resided right below the shrine. The wizard could not explain it, but he was sure the object was called the Trine. The knight didn't care. A more pressing concern was on his mind.
It's all her fault. We must take her into custody. She stole the...
Did you not understand a word I said? It is not treasure, it's an ancient object, the Trine. I believe it has bound our souls.
But she...
The thief remained silent. She was waiting for the right moment to escape, hopefully with the treasure and without.
I think I know how we can use the device as we like.
It took me a while to get across this stupid bridge. And the whole cursor thing I was talking about makes combat kind of awkward, because it won't, you're not. Pointing it exactly right. And there's a bit of a delayed reaction. I don't know if it's just my computer or if it's with the game itself. There's kind of a delayed reaction between when you move the mouse and when your cursor moves. I tried playing with the sensitivity settings a little bit, but I think it helped a little, but it didn't seem to do much. There's still a pretty big delay. As you probably noticed, there's these green vials that are hidden throughout the map, and collecting them makes you gain experience, which you then, after you collect enough of them, you level up, and you can upgrade the abilities for the different heroes. Each hero has 3 abilities, if I recall correctly. Again, I only got about 2/3 through the game my first time, and I haven't played it in a long time, so I don't remember everything that's in the game, but so I don't remember what all the different abilities are. I know the wizard has the boxes and then planks, and I think he gets fireballs, and then the thief has her bow and arrow and grappling hook, and I forget what her third ability is. The knight has like a charging attack. He has like a magnetic shield thing, and later on he gets like a hammer that can like create shockwaves and break through bigger barriers or something. I remember that being in one of the levels that you can, the knight can get different weapons. I don't remember if that's a unique ability or if you can switch them out, or I don't remember how it works. You guys will just have to stay tuned and find out. This is, I don't know if I'd consider this my favorite game, but it definitely ranks up there. I had forgotten how much I enjoyed this game, and it just is really fun to play and just very easy to just spend hours playing this game, because it's just, I don't know, for me, I enjoy puzzles and games that let you, take your time and figure out how to progress, and I love platformers. which is what this would be considered. So it's just a very fun experience for me, and I just really love the music and art direction of the game. It's just very peaceful and pretty, and it just really does kind of calm you down to play this game. So hopefully I maybe inspire some of you to see if you can find a copy of it. There is a sequel, Trine 2, and I believe there's a Trine 3. I've never played either of those games, but
Oh, that's just great.
I've heard Trine 2 is pretty good. Blocking is awkward because you have to point the cursor in the right direction. It's hard to get the right timing. Basically, from what I gather, you kind of have to block and counter. Otherwise, you just get hit a lot. I don't know. It's kind of finicky, and again, because there's sort of a lag and delay, it's a little awkward. Which, as you'll see, a lot of this footage is me kind of fumbling around. That's why there's a lot of editing that took place, and one of the reasons this video took me a lot longer than typically takes me to make a video like this is because I had to do a lot of editing. And usually I record my voiceover at the same time as recording the footage, but this time, because of the ASMR, I recorded the audio after, because I have way too short an attention span. Combat's a little awkward. But you can kind of lead people into traps. Kind of fun to do. Frame rate is really bad here. Yeah, I desperately need to upgrade my system. Either having a way where I'm not playing games on the same system as the recordings, or just get a better computer. Maybe I can do some cleanup and defragging, might speed things up a little bit. I already did do some of that. I deleted some games that I don't really play anymore, and this is some old, outdated files and programs I don't use and don't need, and it took me way longer than it should have to figure out this puzzle here. I could not figure out how to get across there. I couldn't even see those little board things. This game is also 2-player, so that can alter the way you solve puzzles by having a second person do different things. Such as just making the other player stand on a box and then just having the wizard move them everywhere. Will get you through a lot of different things. From what I've heard. No, I just noticed I think there was something back there I could have grabbed. But, oh well, yeah. I missed a lot of the different experience files. Some of them are really hard to get. Yeah, see, like I said, you can use the environment, so you can make the skeletons get hit by the fireball thing. You can also have the wizard drop things on top of them. I find that kind of fun to do. I've been able to pull it off. And yeah, and there's multiple ways to solve the same problem, so like that's the other thing that's kind of cool is, you know, the way I might get through a puzzle, someone else can get through the same puzzle a different way, which also causes replayability, and it's a really cool and fun experience, I think, anyways. I hope, really hoping you guys will like this. I keep saying that. But yeah, I, you know, really have a lot of fun playing this game. I really want to make ASMR content, and this is, hopefully a good, foray into that realm. You see, here's where I drop a box on top of them. Because the other thing is, as you gain experience, you can gain new power-ups, such as being able to have more than one box available at a time. So, like, at first you can only have one. The wizard can only create one box, but then later you get an upgrade to 2, and then again to 4.
They don't like us being here.
There, I was able to counter. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. Boingy, boingy. Some of those platform things are difficult. And sometimes one of my tendencies is that I'll have a hard time figuring out, like, really simple puzzle. Like, I can figure out, like, these really complex puzzles, but then I'll get stuck on, like, a really, really simple one. It's just kind of ironic. I do things like that all the time. I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure why I chose the night for this part. I like that there's also items and equipment that you can find. Which give you different bonuses and things.
This looks very nice.
Which is that one, which increases
Perhaps
your
this journey
health
isn't for
and
Let's strike a deal. I'll help you find whatever you're looking
then
for, and I get
there's
to keep all
another-
the jewelry.
I remember
My first time playing, I found like a necklace or something that made you be able to breathe underwater. Because normally you have a time limit as to how long you can be underwater, but with that you can, it's unlimited. Which is useful because there's oftentimes puzzles hidden deep underwater and you'll have to swim around for a while. And you can switch on the fly who has what equipment, so that's useful as well. Yes, and the way he swings the sword depends on where your cursor is positioned, so you always want your cursor out in front of you. Which I hadn't figured out right away, and so I kept getting hit by things. I find that kind of amusing when you use the grappling hook on a moving platform. I don't know why. I'm a dork, I guess. But I'm a lovable dork, right? Please? There's thinking outside the box for you. That pun wasn't really outside the box. This makes me think of Danny Phantom, the box ghost. I am the box ghost, beware! I don't know. Anyone watched that show? Like or comment if you watched Danny Phantom as a kid. Or as an adult. I don't remember how old I was when that show was out. Yeah, I forget how old I am sometimes. I guess in my mind I'm still a kid, and then I'm just like, oh, what is this adulting thing? I need to do that, don't I? But yeah, I really love the art direction. It's really cool the way the camera moves around and some of the intricate designs for caves and things. And the music's just very calming. I guess the sounds of fighting undead hordes isn't as relaxing, but even that, it doesn't really feel too high tension. And it keeps the game from getting too slow, but I never really felt like the game moved too slow. I just always felt like it was just the right pace. Here it was kind of funny, I'm standing right next to the checkpoint, so it keeps restoring my health to 50% every time they hit me.
Spin the wheel. And this one I had to figure out. Certain angles of the mouse made it spin faster if I put the cursor in a certain way. It seemed kind of arbitrary. And there I jumped because I was wandering around trying to get an experience vial. Or trying to see if there was one. And I think I have the graphics on like medium quality, which if you put them on full quality, it's even more bright and beautiful. But again, my computer sucks, so it can't quite handle being at full power. But it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not very realistic being able to do that, but hey, not really looking for realism here now, are we? There is a magical artifact that causes the souls of three beings to be fused together. So, yeah. Or in Skyrim, where you actually lose weight by eating stuff. I wish real life worked that way. Really? Hey, let's eat this apple that's been sitting on the ground for God knows how long. It's totally healthy and fine. I'll just stick it in my pocket and save it for later. It just amuses me for some reason.
But our heroes had to press on. They were in search of the tomb. The wizard was sure that it would belong to the founder of the Astral Academy, one of the three guardians. If they could find
I like how there's the narration between levels, and then there's usually a little bit of comedic banter between the different characters as you play. I don't know, I like that. It's a nice touch. And I also like that the game has comedy and it doesn't take itself too seriously. Here's the skills menu. I was able to upgrade a couple of different things. So now the wizard can create 2 boxes at once, and the thief can shoot 2 arrows at the same time. I'm getting... Well, this is making me feel tired and relaxed, so... Hopefully it's making you feel tired and relaxed, and you'll be able to fall asleep or just relax and unwind while you're watching this. This is one of my favorite things to do. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out how to get to the vials, make the vials come to you. And you can also put the boxes over spikes and use that as a way to get around different obstacles and death traps. Getting the right angle is a little tricky here. Can't seem to shoot them without getting shot myself because the time it takes me to line up the shot and make sure that it'll hit. I didn't sleep very good last night. I wasn't even trying to do that there. I just kind of threw the box off to the side, and then it's like, oh, I just opened a door. I didn't sleep very good last night. I'm not really sure why. I got to bed kind of late, and then, my brain was just going a mile a minute. Not necessarily, worrying or anxious thoughts, just different ideas and thoughts and, story ideas or ideas for another video. I also, in addition to this channel, I have a channel that I manage for my church, and I have a music channel where I post some of the songs I've written, and I also have a series of music theory lessons that I'm working on putting together. And one of the reasons I haven't done anything in a while is I've been trying to put together a series on how to read music, and I just keep hitting a wall because I don't know how to present the material without it seeming overwhelming or confusing, because there is a lot. There's a lot of terminology and concepts involved in music that you can just end up tumbling down a rabbit hole. And so I don't know how, trying to figure out what is the most important information and what information isn't necessary in order to make the lessons be understandable. Without bogging people down with information and just, making people not want to watch the rest of the videos. Yeah. It took me a really long time to figure out how to beat this guy. And it seems to have kind of glitched out where he was just standing still. And so then I was finally able to shoot him in the head. I edited out a lot of me just kind of running around aimlessly and trying to get the knight to hit him and do something. Now that I think of it, I'm starting to remember that there might have been things on the ceiling that you could shoot down and use that as a weapon. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Though in some ways it's kind of redundant to the telekinesis. But I guess the big advantage is you can use it as a weapon, or you can use it to break through barriers and things. So, I can put the links to my other channels in the description, and go and give those channels some love. Though usually when I talk about my channels, I mention all of them, so I believe most of the people that I have subscribed are subscribed to my other channels as well. But yeah, show those channels some love. Give me comments and suggestions on how to improve my channel. Tell your friends so that I can get more views and hopefully get to a place where I can start making money with these things and be able to invest that money into better equipment and therefore better videos. I like how she kind of got stuck there. Here's where having the 2 blocks was useful. I guess I could have just used those blocks that were already there. Again, different styles. Different strokes for different folks, as they say. Yeah, and also, I believe I mentioned it in my last video, but I'm getting ready to move. Currently I live in New York, but this summer I'm going to be moving with my family to Virginia. And there's, a lot involved with selling the house and packing and all of that wonderful stuff. It's been very, very stressful for me, and it's made it very difficult for me to make videos and content and to have the inspiration and creativity that I need in order to make these types of videos. Yeah, I keep saying that. I guess that's my default when I don't know what to say. That's been taking up a lot of my time and making it difficult for me to accomplish anything. Plus, I do the videos for my church, and so I have a video I do every week for that, so that takes away from time that could be spent working on these other projects. But the bigger hurdle is just not feeling very inspired and feeling just a sense of I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, hopefully I am trying to get a little more consistent, and I'm pretty sure that once we move and get settled into the new place, I'll be able to be more consistent. I was trying to be clever by hooking that thing onto my shield, but it just backfired on me. I need to stop yawning. Yeah. I was hoping that would have been really cool, but it just went right over the undead soldier thing. I think it's a little annoying that the checkpoint keeps like pulsing every time. If you're standing next to it, it'll just keep making that noise. Another instance trying to shake out the potions. I move the particle effect there. I'm easily amused, so simple things like particle effects and bright colors make me smile. This is another one that took me a long time to figure out how to do it, and it was really easy. And I tried to deliver it to myself, but it didn't quite work. It failed. It's been forever, then I realized I can just do that.
Look at that! It must be the tomb!
Yes, you are correct. This is the Tomb of the Guardian. It has inscriptions all over it.
Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please stay tuned for more.